Hello, everybody, and welcome back to episode 11, KuzilCraft. So today we are going to make the network that connects our chickens. I'm going to show you how to do a network with refined storage, as well as a wireless system that lets you access our system wirelessly. And we're also going to create a reactor with with Powa. So we got a bunch to do today. I'd like to get all that done today just to get us going. Let me take these panels off. All right, so I've been working on this building a little bit. I have a lot of work to do. Don't look. All right, so before we go any further, what you should do is you should change your digital miner settings from last episode to just have um, the ancient debris, and then you should go collect 100 ancient debris. So I've got the uraninite in here. So to remove one of these, all you do is left click on it, hit delete, and it removes it. And you can add it in later. But I would go around in the nether every 32 blocks or every 64 blocks or whatever, and find 100 ancient debris. Now you're going to take that ancient debris and you're going to put it into the crusher we made from the last episode. And that's going to give you 3 netherite scraps, which is automatically going to go into our system. There we go. 3 dirty netherite scrap. And you're going to take those 3 dirty netherite scrap and you're going to put them into the enrichment chamber or the enrichment factory, whichever you have. And that's going to give you 3 netherite scrap. You're going to need about 300 netherite scrap to craft the netherite chicken. I would do this immediately. I would do this before you do anything else with your netherite. And it was tempting to get the gear. It's tempting to do all kinds of stuff. Get your chicken first. To do that, you're going to need your tier 7 essence and then 8 blocks of netherite. Now this is something I recommend you put in your autocrafter. So you're going to take your netherite ingot, and I thought I had a netherite block right there, because it'll tell you. So if I were to do that now, let's say take 8 netherite block, it's telling me that I'm missing 276 netherite scrap because I've already done this. So I did this last night before I went to bed just because I wanted to get that chicken running overnight. So that I had netherite for you for this episode. But that is the highest priority in terms of netherite. Get 300 ancient debris, or 100 ancient debris. That shouldn't take you long. Each 32 block radius had about 20 to 25, sometimes 30 ancient debris. So get about 100 of those. You'll have to set up your digital miner. It takes like 25 seconds to get it all set up. Drop it down, turn it on, let it count down to 25 or whatever it is. Pick it up, move 64 blocks, put it down, set it up. Do this. It'll take you maybe 30 minutes to get the 100 ancient debris, or less. It might take you 20 minutes. And then set up your netherite chicken. He's a tier 7 chicken, which for me is here. Right? These are tier 7 chickens? Yeah. And he just happens to be here. So this bad boy is putting out netherite scrap for us. So we have a good bit of netherite scrap now, which is great. And our chicken here is a level 60 chicken. So let's put him up to our storage, because I was out of power this morning when I logged back in. And that's just a supply issue. So yeah, look, he's already out of power again. So let's stick our chicken in here, and we're gonna need a botany pot. So let's come down here and grab a botany pot. Now this is not what this is gonna look like. This is just a framework. This is setting up for everything here. So don't judge. I have building skills, I promise. All right, let's grab some dirt and go. All right, we're gonna put this up here above and with some dirt, and that's gonna produce us power. Now I've always been curious how much a level 60 chicken will give us. And this does answer the question for me. So every level for the tier 2 chicken is 2500 experience. It doesn't go up as the chicken levels up. It's just 2500 every level. So putting him in that trainer was not too bad. I think he leveled up over a 2-day period. So yeah, was that 32? 32-ish from a single chicken. So he should be able to he should be able to keep up with this. So that's going to count down. Let's see if this goes up again. I just want to make sure. Yeah, he's totally going to be able to keep up with this blazing fernator. He should be able to keep up with another one. I'm actually a little disappointed. I was hoping 60 would give us a whole stack, but it looks like it's 32. But that's pretty quick though. Look at that. Yeah, it's 32, so it's half a stack per consumption of food, which is bananas. That's great. So that's definitely going to keep up with that. That can probably keep up with the next tier or the tier after. But that's going to be good power for us. That's going to stay powered on. Okay. Now, let's get into this network transmitter, network receiver, and the network card. Let's go ahead and make a couple more crafters. Now that we've got power. Locked away. I need to delete this. I recommend you make a crafting recipe for everything you do, because at some point you're gonna run into needing to craft something mundane like a torch, and you're gonna have to manually craft it. So I would recommend just making a crafting recipe for everything you do, as long as you have the power for it. Again, I would just periodically look here. So I'm at over 200. So this is more than my thermal generator, the one that's just passive, right? So this is still 1/20th of my power that I'm producing. Now that I've got the chicken, coal chicken automatically feeding my system. So in a pinch, I have these here. Why is that not transmitting and receiving? This should be filling up. Yeah, this should be filling up. This is an endpoint. Are some of these not full? Let's go take a look at our power and see if there's something going on with the flux. No, that should be on. That's generating power. It's acting like there's something that's pulling 1000 FE somewhere, and this is not hooked up. Okay, I'm gonna name this generators. Let's take a look here. So we have flux point is pulling out 960. Which one is doing that? All right, let's go name these flux points. That way we can tell which one is doing which. Because our applied energistics system is only pulling out. This should be the one pulling out 960, right? So this is going to be machines. Huh? No way. This is pulling out 960. No way. No, this should only be pulling out 215. This is going to be refined storage. Okay, now let's take a look at this. There we go. It was just it just needed an update. That's annoying. I don't want to have to do that every time. Yeah, that was draining 900 into nothing. Okay, that's not great. That's not supposed to act like that. I have never had it do that before. Okay, let's get into this. Okay, so let's do network, because that's just what it's called. What I would recommend is make your receiver first, and this is why we needed the netherite. Is because in order to set up a network, a wireless network, we needed the netherite. So what the network is going to let us do is I'm going to put a receiver over by the chickens, the controller over there, the drawer controller, and then I'm going to put a transmitter here, and the transmitter is, or here, whatever, and the transmitter is going to connect with a receiver, and I'm going to be able to read all that stuff over there. All right, so let's do the receiver first. Up here. Okay. Let me put that in somewhere. There we go. Good. And let's go ahead and make that. Now we are going to need some ender pearls. We are going to need one more thing in order for it to read all of that inventory over there. And it's called an external storage. It's really, really great piece of technology for refined storage. There's also the same thing in applied energistics if you're playing along and using applied energistics instead. This whole system, everything that's available in refined storage is available in applied energistics. The opposite is not true. But I think I can do everything in refined storage that I want to do. And we have other mods that kind of take over the weaknesses of refined storage. And refined storage doesn't have that many weaknesses. So don't feel bad. It's not like super inferior. In fact, like there's probably somebody screaming at their screen right now, hey, this is amazing. It does everything. It doesn't. It doesn't do everything Applied Energistics 2 does. It's just a factual thing. All right, so I want an external storage. And we have everything here that we need. I want oak chest for my oak recipes. There we go. That's just something that I personally want. And yes, let's set that to exact, actually. There we go. All right, and we're gonna make one of those. Now, what this does is it lets you look at the inventory of something, have access to it, even though it's not in the system. So let me show you what I mean. So I'm gonna put this chest here, right? And on top of this, I'm going to put the external storage, and this is going to be looking at the inventory of this chest. Now you can tell in here I do not have a digital miner in here, right? It's not stored in the system. But if I put the digital miner here in the chest, it's not being stored in my system at all. It's not taking up any inventory at all. But when I come in here, I have access to the digital miner. In fact, I can even take the digital miner from that chest through the storage system. That's the external storage. It's amazing. And we're going to use that to set up our transmitter. Okay, so now we need one more thing before we go over there. I don't want to make too many trips. I'm done making these trips. All right, caveat, timeout. If you're working in JEI and you happen to double click over here and everything goes gray and it looks awful, right? What this is doing is it's helping you search your inventory for something. So let's say that I am looking for slabs. It doesn't even work. The overlay doesn't even work. Don't do this. Okay, if you see all this gray over here and you can't see anything, it's just overlaying your stuff. Just double click here. The search bar, it's designed to overlay. This is supposed to overlay here. This is supposed to be up here. Covering over your stuff, looking for this thing that you're typing. So if I type in slab, it's supposed to highlight only the slabs, but this is not working. So I wonder if it'll work here. So let's do this. Let's do external storage. You see how this is highlighted and everything else is grayed out? This is designed to help you find things in your inventory. So if I'm in a chest here and I'm looking for something, I don't want to put anything in here right now, but this is supposed to help you find stuff faster, because it's just going to gray everything out that isn't what I want, like chest, right? So now chest is highlighted. It should be easier to find. That's what this feature is for. But if your search bar on JEI is gold, just double click it and it goes back to normal. because obviously it doesn't work with refined storage. Okay, so network. We're going to make a network card, and that is just like this. And we'll make that. Not Newton, network card. Great. All right, we have what we need now. Let's head over to, I'm actually going to put my digital miner, my plug, and I must have tossed it in the system. Okay, I'll grab that later. And what we're going to do is we're going to go underneath the, does this need power? I can't remember if that needs power. We can actually go on top of it. Yeah, let's do that. That way we have access to it. So we want the external storage pointing at the drawer controller. Okay. And then I'm going to put my network receiver here. And I'm going to right click on it. And you'll say that it's linked. Okay. We don't need to do anything else. We can leave this blacklisted as empty because nothing is going to come in here. If you leave this on an open inventory, let's say that I had one of my drawers unlocked, as I brought stuff into the system, it would use that external storage slot as storage, and it would start putting items in there. You probably don't want that unless this is something you want to set up. Like, this is a really cool way to automatically assign things to storage drawers, or if you have got a bunch of chests and you've got some way of pumping items out of that chest, you can just use this external storage and have everything pumped into it that way. Just dump everything out of it. If you wanted to use a whitelist, you would have to go through and name everything in the whole system, and there's just not enough slots for that. So leave it blacklisted, leave it empty, leave it items, and then make sure all of your drawers are locked. Okay, it's really important. Otherwise, you're going to get random stuff in there. Okay, now that we've got our network card linked, I think we don't need power. I think the power is going to be transmitted along with the data. All right, and then we're going to make the transmitter. Oh, we have to make the transmitter first. It's basically the same recipe, just upside down, right? So the ender pearls. You see the difference there. So receiver, ender pearls on the bottom, transmitter, ender pearls on the top. It's clever. All right, let's go ahead and make this. We'll plop this down. There we go. Where's a good spot for this? I don't really want it. Oh, I could put it here. Yes, that's a good idea. Put it in the walls. Now there's no way to name this, unfortunately, and I don't think that there's a way to name this card either. But we're just going to put this in here, and now we're going to have access to all of our items over there. You see how our inventory just got ridiculously big? We have everything over there we have access to. All right, that's cool, right? So this is a great way to prevent overfilling of your inventory in your refined storage. So I think I told you really early on, when you're setting up something that's automatically producing a resource infinitely, like a botany pot on top of a chicken, a roost with a chicken in it, that's going to produce osmium ingots forever. Eventually you're going to fill up your refined storage, so you don't want that pumping into your refined storage. You want that pumping into something external, or you can set up a limit storage in your refined storage. And I can show you what that looks like later, but this is my preferred method, keeping everything stored separately in an external storage, and then using the external storage device from refined storage with a network receiver attached to it. So this is really powerful. We now don't have to make trips back to the chicken coop probably ever again, unless we want to do something with the chicken coop. So that's great. So when we go to craft something, it's just going to look in there. Now, one thing to keep in mind with the external storage, let's say that I've got all this, let's grab one of these down here at the bottom. Okay. So now I've got 2000 signalum, 2048 signalum stored in a storage drawer, right? Let's say that I want to use some of this. I'm going to take this out, right? And this is going to start filling back up 2000, 2049, 48, whatever, right? When I put this back in like this, this is going to, that half a stack that I put in is going to get stored here. It's not going to put that item back into the external storage. It's going to stick it back in here. So just keep that in mind. If you're trying to pull lots of stuff and stick it back in, or if you have something that's pulling stuff out of your inventory for some reason and putting it back in, you're going to fill this up inadvertently. Okay, just a heads up on that. So be careful when you're connecting all this up that you don't connect it in a way where you have something auto pulling and auto sucking back in, right? All right. All right, so the next thing I want to go over is a wireless system. Now this wireless system is going to help us have access to our wireless, to our storage system while we're working. It's something that you'll see me click on this part of my inventory because that's where I'm used to it being, and it's just not there yet. So let's set that up because I'm missing that. So first thing we're going to need is this wireless transmitter. So we have everything here. We can just stick that in our recipe. There we go. And we're also going to want a wireless crafting grid. Let's see. Wireless fluid grid, wireless crafting monitor, wireless crafting grid here. Okay, so do we have the crafting grid? No, we don't. I knew it was gonna do this for me. Okay, yeah. Well, let's just get the crafting grid. I want the basic one. Do we know how to make all this? Nope. Do we know how to make all this? Yes. So regular grid, and then the crafting table. Let's do oak. Does this go? I don't know why that changes. That's probably why we lost power. Or we lost power and it reset everything. I don't know. All right, then crafting grid here. I think I have some more patterns already made. That's excellent. All right, and let's go back to the this one here, wireless crafting grid. So I have that. All right, so what we're gonna need, let's go ahead and make that wireless. Let's make one of these, and then we're gonna need to put an upgrade in here, and we'll also make this. Now this can go anywhere that has a network, anywhere that's connected to the refined storage system. Okay, so let's see, we can put this, yeah, let's put it up here for now. Nope, it's got to be connected. I knew that was going to happen. All right. Nope, I can't fit there. Well, all right, we're not going to put it up there. We're going to stick it on the top of this for now. We'll move it later. Okay, so then I have to, if you click on this, it's not going to connect anything. So you have to shift right click on your controller, drawer controller, and wireless crafting grid is out of energy. Yeah, we need to charge it. Let's stick it in here, give it some power, and now you have access to all of this. So if you click on this, you can put some upgrades on here. So let's do a refined storage. And you're gonna want an upgrade of some sort. Let's see, speed upgrade, range upgrade. These right here. So let's craft these. range upgrade. That's going to take an upgrade base. Okay. And range. Now you can put up to 4 in there. So if you look at this, this has 4 slots. So you can put 4 in there. So let's go ahead and make 4 range upgrades. I don't know. Oh no. Ha. One of you probably noticed that I did that. Let's go back in here. This is what I'm talking about, having access to your stuff. So does this have to be tinted glass? No, of course it doesn't. That's silly. And why it thought that I would want tinted glass instead of regular glass. It's crazy. Okay. Let's try that again. Range upgrade 4. Go. Great. So we're making some glass and everything is done. That is excellent. Range, range, range. There it is. Okay. Let me just come over to this wireless transmitter, and you can put it here, you can put it wherever you want, and as long as it's connected to the system. Now we can access this system 48 blocks away. So I can be out here working on stuff and still have access to my system. Now that's going to take a little bit of power, and we might have to recharge it from time to time. But yeah, let's charge that for now. But this is going to be something I'm going to keep right there because that's where I'm used to having it. All right. The last thing that I would like to do today, and we are doing great on time. I'm really excited about that. So the last thing I want to do today is get a, see if we can get a Powa reactor up and running. I would like at least the basic one. Let's see, how much of this do we have already crafted? None of it. Okay. I did go ahead and set it up to look for uraninite. Now I wonder if I have to cook this. I do. So let's just grab all of it. We're gonna need all of it, and go ahead and cook it up. Wow, that's still charging. I wonder if this starter one has, even though it's a million FE limit, I wonder if it has a transfer rate limit on it as well. So if I upgraded it to a higher tier, it would fill it up faster. I don't know. Okay, another thing we need to do is create some speed upgrades. These here. Now, we don't know how to make sugar. That is easy to solve. There we go. This is just a whole new way to play Minecraft, isn't it? So let's go ahead and do 4 speed upgrades. Because that crafting furnace, sorry, not crafting furnace, this obsidian furnace is so fast at crafting or cooking. I need something that can pull out of it quickly enough. Look at all this. It's very slow. So I need something to speed that up. Because now our system is clogged. I'm trying to make these speed upgrades. Yeah. The input is slow enough. This is slow enough. I could put some speed upgrades on here, but when I want to dump stuff in there like that, it needs to come out a little bit quicker. So this should be almost instantaneous. All right, good. Now let's get back into Powa, and we're gonna grab this starter reactor and use this as a recipe. All right, we do have our uraninite. We cooked all that up. That's gonna give us 4. And then I want to upgrade all automatically. I want to just upgrade into the basic because we can. All right, so let's make, if you remember from the book, it said to make 36 of these. So let's do basic reactor 36. All right. Now that's going to go ahead and craft. Shouldn't need to do anything other than just the crafting itself. No like cooking or processing of any kind. All right, we're already halfway done. All right, so what we're going to need is a stack of uraninite. So let's grab this. We're going to need a coal chicken. So let's go ahead and duplicate our coal chicken. We're also going to need a redstone chicken. Let's duplicate that. And then we're going to need some ice, which we don't have. We're going to have to go look for some ice. Let's see. Coal chicken. I forget where he is. Tier 2. So that's going to be on this side. And I think right here, right? Cool. Now, do I have an... There's not an ice chicken. Right? No. There's no way to get ice outside of crafting it. We can use mystical agriculture, which we will eventually do. We can use this blast chiller to make ice, which is a good... That's probably what we will make, a blast chiller. Because that just takes power and water, which we have plenty of both. We'll have the reactor kind of provide that for us. And then we can use that to create these other ones. Okay, I've got a plan. All right, let's take this chicken, and we're gonna need one of these essences to duplicate this coal chicken. Now I wish it duplicated the level too, because this guy's pretty good level. And then we're gonna want the redstone chicken. I don't remember. He might be over here somewhere. Let's see what tier he is first. Redstone chicken. You see him? There he is. Tier 4. Okay, so he's gonna be over here. So 2, 4. No, 4 is right here. It's got to be up on the second level, maybe. Aha, here he is. Redstone. So let's take him and one of... Yeah, all right, we'll just have all of it. Thank you. That's fine. We want to throw that in the trash anyway. Okay, so we've got our duplicated chicken. Let's get a redstone chicken up in here. Up in here. I can't believe I said up in here. All right. We can put our tier 2 chicken back. There you go. There you go, sir. Thank you for your service. And I have plenty of tier 4 essence, right? Plenty of 64 is enough. We can get rid of the rest of this. And this extra seed. Wow, that's slow. Okay. We'll go put this redstone chicken back. You're going to need several different resources to get this up and running. Redstone, coal, ice, and water. We have a solution for water. We have a solution for the coal and redstone. Uraninite is something that you're going to have to constantly find for now until you get a different way of generating that automatically. So let's see. Do we have our reactor? Yes, we do. Okay. And let's get a plug, because we're just going to set this bad boy up on his own system. Okay. And let's see. Actually, I want to actually put that onto energy cell. So let's go ahead and make a basic energy cell. Maybe in the next episode I'll show you how to automate the energizing orb. It's really not as bad as you might think it is, but we need a place to set this up on its own, so that it's got its own spot instead of just hanging out here as an addition to our system. Because we need to set like a crafter up to it and all kinds of stuff. So what else do I need? So I need some roosts. Please tell me I've made, okay, good. I want 2 of those. 1 for each chicken, please. There you go. And then I'm gonna need a hopping botany pot. Let's make 2 of those. Why do I have so many hoppers? Wow. Did I just make a stack of those? Okay, we're gonna need dirt for the chickens, and then we're gonna need a sink. Oh, I didn't put the sink recipe in here. The sink is how we're gonna get water for both the reactor and the blast chiller. So let's get that bucket of water for it. And there is a way to automate the filling of the buckets, both with lava and water and whatever else you want. We will totally get into that later, but we'll stick that in there for now. Make a sink. And we're also going to need pipes for that sink, as well as item pipes. I don't think I'll use the energy pipes anymore, honestly. I just really don't. And let's look at this blast chiller. So we have water, redstone, coal. We have our power output. So the only thing we're missing now is the ice. So let's look and see if there's a way to make this blast chiller in a way that isn't crazy. So that's not too bad. Redstone and gold. All right, let's just type in blast chiller here. Save ourselves some time. All right, so this is going to take some glass. It's going to need some packed ice, so we have to go find ice. An Invar gear, which we have Invar, a redstone flux cable, flux coil, and then a machine frame. All right, so thermal gear 10. There we go. Machine frame is, yeah, I just want regular glass. Why is it putting black stained glass in there? Is it because I have it in the system? Why do I have black stained glass at all? I just want regular glass. All right. Okay, and good. Let's do this Invar gear. That's going to be iron nugget and some Invar. We should have plenty of that. And this flux coil. Now the only thing that we're missing from this recipe is the ice. Yeah. Good, and it picked the glass because we had it. Okay, that's good to know. All right, let's go find some glass. Not glass. Let's go find some ice. Let's see, do we have any snow anywhere on our map that we've seen? No. Okay, well, we can use our nature's compass to do that for us. So let's do snow. Snowy. I don't care. Let's see which one's closer. 3,000 blocks away. Slopes. 4,000 blocks away. 3,000 blocks away. 25,000 blocks away. Okay, so the closest one's going to be, what about mountain? 36. So these slopes were, nope. Was it the other one? Taiga? The plains was the closest. All right, I'm going to break here and go get the snow or get the ice, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I flew all the way there just to realize that you can't pick up ice without silk touch. So I knew that. I should have known better. One of the easier ways to get silk touch is through Tinker's Construct. So let's go ahead and do that. Oh, I'm out of range. No, there we go. Okay, so let's just use. It doesn't matter. We can use. Do we have cobalt? We might as well use cobalt, right? So let's grab let's just make a whole thing out of cobalt. Maybe a manulin. There you go. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab a piece of. Do I have any here? No. We want some sand. Let me show you how to craft some stuff with some Tinker's Construct. So what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna get one piece of sand or two, whatever, and then put that in a crafting, and you're gonna get these blank slate casts. Now what these are gonna do is you can stick them in your part builder and make the parts that you want. So I want a pickaxe head, and I want a tool rod, tool handle, and I want a binding. And then if you want, you can stick those in the chest and swap back and forth between those. So we want 2 pickaxe heads, we want a manulin tool rod, and a manulin one of these. So I don't know if this will cook manulin actually. No, it won't, but will it cook cobalt? Yeah. Okay. So let's get rid of the manulin. We'll do another cobalt. That's fine. We'll just make a full cobalt pickaxe. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take that cast out of your table. You can put your pickaxe head in here, and as soon as this turns blue in the middle, you can cast. It means you have fluid in there that's ready to go. See how it was black just a second ago? And that's going to automatically pull out of there. Your cast is going to be destroyed in the process. It's okay. It's just sand. And then in the end, we're going to have a pickaxe, a fully cobalted pickaxe. So we'll come over here to our anvil, select the pickaxe, shift click all of our stuff in here, and here's our cobalt pickaxe. Now to get the silk touch on there, we're going to need silky cloth. So we're going to need string and looks like rose gold. So let's grab the Tinker's Construct recipe, and the rose gold is just going to be alloying. Here we go. 1 copper ingot and 1 gold ingot. So let's take gold and a copper. We'll stick that in here. Let that alloy, and we'll form that into an ingot. Now we're going to need some string, and we have a lot of that. Now I think we're going to need 4 of these to get silk touch. So let's go ahead and hit U here. And modifiers, we're going to need 5 of these to get silky. Yeah, so 5. So I need 5 ingots. Let's go to copper. I think each of these makes 2 each. So let's gold. Let's grab 2 more gold. We can look in here. 2 ingots. Yep. So we'll cook that up. We'll go ahead and we'll wait for that to be a little bit closer, and then we'll just pull all this out automatically. There we go. And it's all rose gold. So we'll just smelt this. Now the gold cast will stay in there, but the sand one won't, right? The sand one gets consumed. Anything you make out of gold for the cast will stay in. It won't get pulled out, but the ingots will. It's really nice. I love automation. I highly recommend you set up automation because you never know when you're going to need it in a pinch like this. Great. All right, so we'll grab our rose gold, and we'll put this in the middle, and we'll get our 5 silky cloths. Run over to our anvil, and we'll put all of these on here to get silk touch, silky. So now we have silk touch, a silk touch pickaxe. All right, I'm gonna go get that packed ice. So you can go ahead and get regular ice. What I did was I flew to a snow biome here. This is snowy plains, and I thought, you know, I could mine up. You could see I mined up a bunch of ice. I just vein mined it or excavated it, and then I realized, you know what? Let's actually go down to the ice spikes biome, way down here, because this is all packed ice anyway. So I'm gonna go down here. I'm gonna grab the packed ice, and then I'll be back. I am back. We have the packed ice. We're gonna stick that all in here. I just did a vein mine of it. And let's see. Let's go back into our blast chiller. and go ahead and make one of these. So I think I have blast chiller. Here we go. Excellent. All right, since I don't have any of the other power cables, I am going to grab these for now. And let's go set this guy up. God, I really, really hate you being in my face all the time. It's ridiculous. I can't believe they programmed that guy just to be in your face. Like, hey, I'm here. Running over you the whole time. I will murder that guy every time he shows up. Because he's just so annoying. Alright, this needs actually a bigger space than I have here. So let's... actually, I could put it there. Yes. Yes. Let's do that. So to put this down, you just need a 3x3 area by 4. It said so 1, 2, 3, 4, just barely big enough. So we'll put it. I would like it there, right? But then that'd mean I have to get rid of that. Let's just put it here. Click on the middle of the 3 blocks that you want it placed on, and it'll automatically take all 36 out of your inventory and start placing it. And once all 36 blocks are placed, you're going to have your reactor created. Now this thing is a beast. It's a lot of space. So let's put the power plug there. Nope. Let's put the energy cell there. We're going to put the plug on top of it. This is going to be our reactor plug. And then we're going to put the blast chiller next to it. That's going to get power. Now we need to provide it with water, and we're going to stick the water bucket up here, or the water thing there. Except we're going to need to pull the water out, or the ice out. So let's not do that. We'll just come over on another side. It doesn't matter what side you do this on. Actually, up high would be kind of nice. So let's see. Put the blast chiller here. I gotta run power to it though. So let me think about this for just a second. Get rid of you. And I actually wanted you to come out of this side, just because I'm having it kind of produce power for itself. All right, so if I put that there, I can put the item. Actually, let's do this a little differently. So I want to use dimensional storage for that. So, but for the chickens though, we could put the chickens here in the back, I think. So, yep. So chicken here, and then item there. Nope, there's something there. So we can put a chicken here. And so I want tier 4 food and tier 2 food. Let's go ahead and grab that real quick from the coop. This is just I'm just doing this to set it up. I'm definitely going to put this in a better spot later. We might just build a power plant for this later, somewhere where like we just keep all of our power. Like that downstairs really is just for decorative, just a spot for now. All right, so let's go ahead and put our coal chicken here, and we'll put a roost underneath that. There we go. Put our coal chicken with food. And then we could take an item pipe out, and that's going to produce us our coal. If we look at here, this should start producing coal. Yeah, there we go. So that's got carbon in there now. And let's do another one. Let's do it here. This is going to be our tier 7 chicken, or tier 4 chicken. There we go. And this is redstone. We're going to do another item pipe down like that. Now for now, what we can do is we can put the blast chiller here. It doesn't, you know, we can put it here. It's a thermal generator. Let's actually just stick it here because that's going to be attached to that energy cell. And then we can take this and just connect it up. It's not connecting because we don't have that side configured. So we're going to input on the left side and we're going to output on the right side. We're going to auto output, and that's going to auto output the ice into the into here. So this is already automated. So now one of the other features of this big block here is what you want to do is you want to click on this auto off. The reactor will stop when it is full and start when it has less than 70% energy. So we're going to hit on. And this should start producing power once we give it uraninite. Yep. All right, so this is producing 700 Fe per tick, and it's going to go down as all of these levels of stuff go down. So we want to have this maxed out. It'll fluctuate. The max it can put out is, what was it, 800 for the basic one, right? Generates factors, generation factors 1000. So this will fluctuate between still going down. I wonder if I need to put more uraninite in there. And I'll bet this will go up if I put more coal and redstone. I don't think that has a factor. I don't think that plays a role. No. It's how full these are. So it's actually producing a little bit of power. Oh, I need water. Derp. There we go. Now it should start producing a lot more power. Yeah, that should start going up quite a lot. Yeah, there we go. It needs 5 things: water, ice, coal, redstone, and uraninite. So that should go up quite a lot now. That sink is pretty handy, isn't it? Yeah, look at that. Look at that power production. That's great. Okay, so this will fill up. This will store 1,000,000 FE. So this is similar to these here. These store 4 million. So this is going to fill this up. We're going to have a reactor as a generator. We're going to have the other generators that are producing 350, whatever. So this will be enough power for us for a while. This definitely needs to be cleaned up and moved. But these chickens will provide enough coal and redstone to keep this running. This is not actually the best ice. We could probably pump this up to closer to 1,000 if we got packed ice and then blue ice. But that will be for another date. Anyway, that's it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. We got a lot of really great things done. But we'll catch you in the next one. Hopefully this building will be done by then. All right, guys, take care. Bye.